Titan team would break a lot. And you know, Shoxy was on the team with Epsilon where they had Fox Show, and it seemed like things weren't working quite as well. So overall, I'd say they found like some mentally strong players to put together, and I'm on the LDLC vote for this one. I think it's going to be a close match. It's really hard to call, and you know, NIP, they said earlier that the crowd is going to have to help them out with this one. I think it's true.
I agree, man. And well, NIP, they thrive in these situations, these incredibly high pressure scenarios, grand final match, everything on the line. This is NIP in their element. LDLC, this is their time to finally make history and close out a final. Now let's see how things develop. Already happy, getting tagged. Exist shooting him a bit in the heels, doing a bit of a Wild Wild West impression there, making him dance just like nothing.
Now Smith actually has a Molotov, and I think he might be able to firebomb Michael Lillis' position with it, which would be a great start for LDLC. Charging in as Michael Lillis tries to get away, but Forrest is coming up from behind, USPS in hand, and executes shots. Next in line, Smith goes down, Forrest! He's looking for more, he's charging on it, unreal! He takes down MBK as well, and it's Happy and Kirishima. He turns 180, takes the fight, he's got one bullet left, but backup is shown up as well. Forrest, what a monster! Finally they managed to take care of him, but it might have been too late here. 2-on-3, and LDLC was shocked from the very beginning.
And Ninjas in Pajamas still have the edge here. They still have the advantage. LDLC have been tagged up. They have that one smoke grenade to create an opportunity for themselves. And we have to see exactly where they decide to use it, because with 28 seconds left, this is definitely looking like it's going to be an A site. But the crossfire is ready. Exist in position in bank. Michael Lilly alive on the site. And it's not looking easy here for LDLC. They have to hit some of the thickest shots. And Kirishima will deliver one. Michael Lilly, however, will shut down the site. And that is going to be NIP picking up the pistol round in this last map of Dreamhack.
The whole arena chanting for his name. I can't believe it. That was incredible and also shocking, because you could tell LDLC had that round planned out. They had the smoke for the stairwell, they had a Molotov to throw Michael off guard, and then they were going to go for it. And just while they were counting down, ready to go, Forrest showed up and just tore the whole thing apart. And now we're back in the next round here as Garrett will take down MBK. P90, a strong weapon. They have two P90s and one MP7 on Freiburg. No shame at all here for NIP. And actually, Smith is going to punish one of them. A follow-up kill from Smith to take down Forrest. Strong play coming up from LDLC. Bouncing right back. Now it's a 4-on-3. Freiburg charging in, but LDLC very smart. They're going to be able to take him down. Happy with the kill. And it's on Get Right and Exist left here. The Frenchman bounced right back there. Not to be taken lightly. Happy will pick up Exist. And it is down to Get Right here. 1-on-4. Incredibly well timed from LDLC.
They sprung the trap. This was some scrimmy play. Just get up there, try and sneak, and not use any nades, not alert Nip to your presence. And it wasn't until they were right at the front door, nearly on top of the site itself, that NIP had any idea. That was so very well played by LDLC. And then with the traps to follow, that was a beautiful round here by the Frenchman in the second half, and they are able to pick up a round here on the board. T-side, every round worth its weight in gold. Nothing expressed that going into this. He said, I mean, they need to get 5 rounds here, LDLC. But even if they were to get by with 3, with 4, it's still possible, because the map is just so CT-sided. We have to think of Nuke here, where CT side, you can really lock down every position because of how close the bomb sites are together. It's so quick to rotate. It's so tough for a terrorist team to break in. So LDLC now, they're the ones in the driver's seat here, Anders, and NIP is Forrest going to be able to deliver again like that?
Well, as a result of the map balance that you were just talking about, NIP have also decided it isn't worth it to go for the eco. We're just going to buy a scout, 157, 2 CZ75s, and a couple of grenades, and obviously armor on everybody, and that has to be the answer. Maybe it's Forrest, but it could be Michael with this scout as well. There's definitely some range on this map to use with. Forrest is down in the connector in the middle, and they are actually coming for him as well. He's got to be really careful right here. Goes for the spray, but they're all around him. NPK and Sharks just teaming up and having really good coordination, so no one peeked before someone else. They peeked instantly at the same time, and that's some good work there. Wall banging going on all around, and LDLC playing this map, or this round, very, very slowly, very passively, which is very good.
They really are taking their time, and you're absolutely right, working well together as a unit, making sure that if one of them goes down, the other one will get the kill, and then they can secure the weapon, not give anything here to Nip for free. But Michael has the scout, and just as he backs off, they decide to go for the push, and LDLC, they have all the nades down here. Michael has been effectively severed from this bomb site. Everybody from NIP, actually, they're going to have to cope for a very clever boost here, but guess what? Yoshima was waiting for it, and he takes Get Right's head clean off.
That's well spotted from Kirishima. That's an uncommon boost, not something you just look for all the time. So pretty cool. And NIP gonna run away from the bomb site. They decide it isn't worth it. Maybe these three players in the upcoming round can make the difference. But either way, Get Right and Forest won't be rebuying. And Freiburg goes down with a P90. Nice cleanup job here from LDLC. Not letting NIP get away with too much. So this is a terrific comeback into the first half here for LDLC. Very likely they could make this 3-1, which would be just as good as having won the pistol round at that point.
Exactly right. I mean, right now, NIP, they're limited to the CZ, to the Scout. They're going to have very little money on the rest of their team. They need to be saving here for the next buy round, which is going to be happening in the 5th. At LDLC, they aren't getting ahead of themselves here. You can see no hand clapping, no backslapping, no smiles just yet. They know they have a hell of a task ahead of them here to get more rounds on the board. Early on in this half, that would relieve so much pressure that's on LDLC's shoulders right now. If they can get up to 4-5 right here at the start, it's NIP who are going to be in the crunch. NIP who are the ones who are going to have to battle back. So let's see how things develop here as NIP actually moving out onto the map and putting up a little bit of a resistance here at mid. Michael Lille actually holding pretty forward in restrooms. But he's got that scout, and if he can land a headshot, this would be huge, but he gets smoked out of that position, and he decides to fall back to the site.
We often talk about how important it is to play the forward position over by the restrooms. If you just let the terrorists get all the map control on this side of the map, that will become a huge problem later in the game. So I'm kind of glad to see Michael Lille already just showing signs of wanting to be aggressive. But of course with the scout it's a little bit more tricky to just do that all on your own. The rest of NIP stacked up on the B-bomb site here, hoping for the best.
It happened once on Inferno. Can it happen again? Will LDLC walk into the trap and give NIP a way back into this first half? Get Right going perhaps to try and get some information. He will get chased away, but they aren't showing too much here, NIP. They really are trying to sell this, and LDLC are about to walk into this site. Exists with his CZ in a prime position to light them up, and there's the first frag. Still alive and dancing, and he nearly gets the second one. But Get Right is here, and the stack is working so far into a 2-on-2, but LDLC have taken tremendous damage, and NIP are right on top of them as they will attempt to plant this bomb. Can they actually stop it from going down, though? Get Right trying to shoot through the smoke, and he's just not going to hit the timing. LDLC keep control, and Happy just barely lives through.
I mean, it feels like every time something really has to work for LDLC, it's Happy who steps it up. He's got 7-1-1 and a quad kill in that round. That is a lot of pressure to put on just one person, but somehow he steps it up every time anyway. It is remarkable to see him do this stuff. NIP very nearly got that round as well. But now they will be able to buy the rifles. Not an impressive amount of grenades, and no defuse kit, notably, could be important later on. We've seen NIP have some pretty horrendous losses on the back of not having kits in the past, so if that repeats itself, it's going to be ugly. Freiburg down here, catches them as they come out. A great double kill being good and taken on there. Smiths and Kiyoshima straight going down.
Oh, that was amazing rifle work there by Freiburg, keeping his cool, controlling the spray, and gunning both members from LDLC who tried to go through together to avoid that sort of scenario. But it just didn't plan out this time for LDLC, and now they're down 2 men at the very beginning of the round. Michael Lille spots out, I believe that is NBK in connector, and that certainly isn't going to help things here for the Frenchman now that one of their members has been picked up. He has to be careful about getting flanked, and guess what? Shoxy is ready, Shoxy is waiting, he's looking for his first frag, but it's just not going to happen. Michael Lille takes him out, and Michael Lille with the double kill shuts down NBK, and just like that, NIP are on the brink of having a perfect 5th round.
I don't know if we can get the replay of that last kill, but I'm not sure if that wasn't the very last bullet that connected with the face there. That is really cutting it close for Michael Lille. Happy now. This round is still important for LDLC. They still need Happy to do damage to the NIP economy. Remember, they're on the less favored side here. LDLC already doing a great job, but Michael Lille will take him down with a 3rd headshot. And it's going to be a pretty impressive round here for the newcomer to the team. A triple kill. Well,
and this was just a series of individual play, essentially, here. Just getting the read, Michael Lille having the right timing for Shoxy, and then keeping his cool. I mean, last bullet, you're right, but the triple kill, the double kill from Freiburg, I mean, just 2 huge plays from 2 big players on NIP, and they need more like that. NIP need to be able to count on their members. I mean, this has been something that NIP have counted on so much in the past, individual play, taking them through these matches. Any member on this team is capable of just tremendous work. So will it actually pan out here throughout the rest of this half? NIP now at least have a little bit of breathing room. LDLC had enough to put another buy round together here, however, so they aren't out of dangerous way quite yet here. LDLC, however, have spread out across this map this time around. NIP as well, though.
Yeah. We'll see. If LDLC can put some rounds together soon, make a big difference, but Freiburg and Forest take some good kills in on Smiths and MBK. Now they're going to try and fall back here, but there's someone waiting for them. It's Shox picking up the one. It's Kiyoshima with the follow-up to take down Forest. Great work right now for LDLC. 3-on-3. These kills matter so much when they're on the terrorist side, and they need to keep getting them. One good grenade in. That's Kiyoshima perfectly predicting NIP or Get Right's position here behind the container. They're going to wrap around towards the B bomb side instead, and it is Exist holding down here. They have not got a Molotov, but they could be able to smoke him off here as well. Exist is going to have such a hard time holding this bomb site alone. They announce themselves with a flashbang. NIP not moving yet. It's going to be up to the Swedish in-game leader here. He's in the corner by the barrels. He spots out Shox. He connects with the one kill there. Follow-up headshot as well, and that's so important. Happy now alone in a 1-on-2, and he's got very little time. This grenade would actually kill Freiburg if he threw it. There it is. Is it going to be the touchdown? Oh, Freiburg lives just barely, and now Happy's out of time as well. He's not going to win the round, and Freiburg will take the triple kill and win it for NIP. That's a very close round, and actually great decision-making from LDLC.
Yes, it did, but then the timing was just right. LDLC announcing their presence with that nade gave it all away. Freiburg was in position in bank, but already looking to rotate down to that B site, and this is a key factor on this map, as was mentioned before, how quickly you can rotate from one site to the next. Freiburg was already in position in sniper by the time that push came through, so they had a crossfire between Exist and Freiburg to lock down short. LDLC, when they came through, just got obliterated. And Michael Lilly gets a double kill at mid. 1 bullet, 2 kills, and now he could spin out of control here. 3 kills for him before he gets overwhelmed, but Forrest is there to protect the op, and nothing is going to happen here for LDLC. It's all down to Happy now looking to overwhelm him, but it's not meant to be. Forrest stands his ground and gets the kill, and NIP are now in the lead with the rounds.
The timing for Michael, I mean, it's an anti-eco round, so I don't think LDLC were expecting to get too much out of it, but it is still pretty interesting. Now, they're able to buy again. It's 4-3, and NIP do have the round lead. NBK picking up the SG, 5.53 again, trying to see if he can find an opening. And on this map, it could definitely be a very powerful tool. I mean, long-range shots with it. Maybe not enough to fight Maikelele, but we'll see. Forrest charging down into the connector, and Get Right getting completely flashed very close to the birthday party here. He's hiding at the edge of the smoke. This is actually an unusual spot, but Shoxy sees it coming. That's such a strong pickup. I have no idea how Shoxy saw that. He's a very intelligent player, but that was something else. Now Forrest is waiting down here by the ladder, trying to get the timing right. He's going to walk up behind them. Forrest is the pistol round all over again. He gets the quick pickup on Smiths, and now he's waiting. Kiyoshima coming around the corner and takes down Forrest. Very, very good return there. That's such an important kill again.
It is, and maintains the man advantage here for LDLC, and now they still have time. They still have more, I mean, just now ticking down to 55 seconds. They have so much time to work with here, but Freiburg could be in a very interesting position here in connector. Do LDLC check? Did they just spot? They are jumping to try and check the stairwell, but there you go. Guess what? Freiburg, he's actually going to walk up behind them, and he gets the double spray. Could go for the triple, nothing quite manage it, but he brings it back to a 2-on-2, and he costs LDLC more time.
And time right now is a scarce resource for LDLC as there's only 30 seconds left. They're trying to get in here. Exist is holding a good spot. We've seen this before. All the way in the back. He jumps down just as they push in. And a grenade follow-up. Smoke, great play from LDLC. And Happy with the headshot right through an Exist. That was a perfect angle, leaving Maikelele alone here. 1-on-2. This might be LDLC's 4th round. This would be such a big difference in the game. Maikelele going to have to try and clutch it down here. Goes for the initial peek. LDLC should be able to cover each other in this position. And Maikelele, he's got a couple of grenades. He's got no kit picked up. He's going to have to move quick, and he doesn't get it. MBK will take him down. And such a good round for LDLC. Double for MBK, but I think that shot from Happy made the biggest difference.
Absolutely, that is huge. But this play from Freiburg, I mean, what an attempt to catch them in the perfect position here. That's 2 times in one round that LDLC were caught off guard, not checking an angle. The first, obviously, with Forrest, although Forrest was only able to get them 1 kill out of that. The second one with Freiburg, but both of them surprises. I mean, really, you know, living up to their names, right? Ninjas, lying in wait. LDLC, they can't feel safe anywhere on this map. Question is now, how exactly do LDLC approach this when NIP, they lose this round? They're once again canvassing this map, pushing out, trying to be very aggressive, a la VP. Forrest in position at long. He could potentially get a flank going here, but LDLC are watching this angle.
Very careful. Smith is right there. Forrest peeks out, and it's a clean pickup on Smith, which is important. NIP right now are gunning to make this 11-4. That's how CT decided this map. If LDLC pick up many more rounds, NIP is in deep trouble.
Look at this turn of speed here from LDLC. They're moving up to top mid right now. They're right outside of the A site. They're going to be able to walk into this site unmolested. Nobody is here. Forrest is taking out the back line. NBK is gone, and now that's actually left Happy cut off from his mates. But Kiyoshima and Shoxy are still alive, and they're going to get a bomb flat out of this situation. Now it comes down to whether they can actually hold that catch Nip off guard in the tunnels, and Shoxy hits the timing just right, takes out Exist, taking minimal damage in the exchange.
It's an unreal situation here. It's a 2-on-5 with a bomb plant. They're covering it really well. NIP taking a long time to get in when they have the defuse kit. Shox is going to pick up one more kill on Freiburg. If they win this 2-on-5, that's going to be cataclysmic at this moment in time. Forrest takes a kill. More shots, just trying to buy time here. He's very low on health as well. They're in. They're on the bomb. He can't get back in. And Forrest will pick it up. Is there enough time? Forrest gets the defuse. Quad kill and saving his team.
Oh, man. Yeah, Forrest, what a round. I mean, NIP, that was a bit too close for comfort there. Of course, with the man advantage, they were able to protect Forrest so that they could get that defuse. I mean, love the fact that Nip pushed out on the map and that Forrest was able to get so much momentum early on by getting that kill on Smith at long, and then Cat just neatly cutting LDLC in half from that position. Nip did not let up. They just snipped the roots and then came for the head, and that is now just going to be LDLC sitting on 5 CZs, but Mike Haley does not care about that one bit. He takes out Kiyoshima, and he even makes it out of here in one piece.
I think LDLC were considering if they should try and force it up, but they went for CZs instead just to see if they can make it work. Forrest doing a little bit more action here in the anti-eco, and Mike Haley is going to take down MBK. So not too surprisingly, LDLC not making too much.
As LDLC after that eco, nothing really happened. I mean, they force up with CZ. They don't necessarily get the kills, but they're just feeling it out here. This is still just now getting into the later part of the half. So there's still plenty of opportunities for LDLC to get that 5th round on the board. NIP, they're the ones who need to lock it down, but again, NIP they refuse essentially to let LDLC get comfortable here. They want to get in here quick, get up in their face, and make sure that LDLC cannot set up early on this map.
1 health, Michael Elliott. He's about to go down. Happy charging in to finish the job, but Freiburg is there with a good revenge kill. Forrest gets dropped. There's MBK with the opening. They can't let this round go. Get right, doing a little bit of damage. Going to grenade on out, and that grenade takes some more health off MBK. Now he's hiding, but he's got no backup. They're not checking. Get right gets a free kill. CZ35 follow up. He gets a triple as well. And now Kiyoshima 1-on-3 makes it a 1-on-2, but that's such a big play from Get Right. And LDLC just missing the fact that he had run the other way. Kiyoshima has to try and clutch it. He's got the time for it as well, and he's patiently waiting. He sees the shadow. He knows Exist is there. He can see it moving just behind there. No question in his mind. But Freiburg is on the other side, and NIP just have to wait, and Kiyoshima will have to move.
Not even necessary in the end. The security was there with Freiburg waiting around the corner, but Exist decided to get the job done himself, and when he peeks, he closes it out, and NIP, despite taking severe losses there, I mean, this play right here from Get Right, they line up for him perfectly. a double kill, essentially to save the team, save the round there. And now NIP, they can continue forward. Once again, LDLC back to ecoing, just investing $500 in the pistols. One flash picked up for Happy here, and it's looking like it's going to be a rush. Straight to the B site. LDLC do not want to let up on the pressure, but this time around, Micah Lilly has chosen to come here with the AWP, and he's lighting them up one after another. Exist, nade, bullet combo to get the job done, and Forrest will pick up the final kill. Oh, that doesn't get much cleaner than that.
It's looking good for NIP right now, but my prediction at the beginning was for LDLC to potentially take this, and even with 4 rounds, I'll count them well in this game. I still think they're in a decent spot right here. 4-8, so NIP, focus is the key right here. They got to keep their mind in the game. They can't think that they've won yet, and they have the experience to not try and think that way anyway, so I'm not too worried in that front. Forrest jumping up here, and actually the smoke covering him, but he's not feeling confident. He's going to have to fall back to a safer position. It's an attempted map control play there.
This is actually NIP starting to find their groove. Different setups, different rounds, not really repeating anything here apart from the mid control, but this time around it's going to be Forrest lurking around the corner, lurking around this angle with his USP. If he had to see that, he could do some real work, but Shoxy, he checks that angle. Maybe that LDLC know that Forrest likes to hide behind there, but of course LDLC could just be being thorough. And instead it's going to be Micah Lele who decides to take that matters into his own hands, evens it up at a 4-4. And with 50 seconds left on this clock, LDLC have still got to crack a bomb site.
LDLC looking a little bit paranoid. They keep checking behind them, and can't really blame them after all they've been through. But NIP are currently staying put. They do have Get Right in the position where if this A push happens, he's going to run right in the connector and be behind them in a matter of seconds. Now, here it comes. LDLC, pre-planned smoke towards the bank. They feel it, but so does Mikey Leder. He picks up that first kill. Freiberg with the follow-up, and now it's all on Happy. It's a double kill for Freiberg. The bomb dropped in front, and Freiberg gets a triple at the end, and he's going to make it 9-4. And a clear reaction from Happy. The head shaking at the end. They are feeling the pressure now, LDLC.
You have to be shaking your head, I think, if you're the leader of LDLC at that point, when one man is able to shut down half of your team. I mean, Freiberg, 3 kills from the same angle and hardly taking any damage as well. I mean, granted, Michael Lede was there, that threat with the AWP, so LDLC had to worry about him peeking his head up, but Freiberg just living like that is a huge blow to LDLC's confidence. And right now, in the 14th round, LDLC still desperately trying to get that last round on the board. Just so close there by Michael Lede, missing by a hair. But that would have been like insult to injury. If you got that kill at that point, LDLC, they just stand up.
Great flash in here, Forrest, but LDLC too quick, and Mike Gillette is going to go down. MBK with a great opening right now. That's what they need on the LDLC side now. 5-on-3. And Get Right's trying to come in and see if he can remedy the situation. Tries to flashbang his way through. He finds the opening kill and finally takes down NBK, but the rest of LDLC rotating back to the B bomb site. Last time, Exist had to cover this on his own, and he did a really good job. It's going to have to be one more time here for the captain. He opens up, denies the bomb plant, second headshot as well. Now, grenade out, he's finally going to get taken out, so now it's on Get Right. LDLC, this 5th round is so important for them. And Get Right, he takes down Kiyoshima first, now it's a 1-on-1 Smith score, and Get Right gets the kill! It's a triple! He pauses for a moment, celebrating. He's standing still in the game before he starts finally defusing, and that will be 10-4.
The home crowd is going nuts right now. Nipper certainly delivering a show. Each and every member has his round. They are waking up here, and now in the 15th round, they are on the point of picking up a very strong CT half. If they can cross the 10 mark into 11, NIP are going to be very happy going into the second half here. LDLC, there's going to be more head checking as Michael Leda takes up the initial frag, but Smith strikes right back and takes him out of the picture. So LDLC actually having a slight advantage here at even numbers.
Oh, definitely. And that last round, Exist should be given some credit as well. That's twice now he's defending that bomb site alone and just bought time and actually made it even winnable for his team. So it's damn impressive at this point. But now let's see what LDLC are up to. They've got 2 Molotovs left, and you can see they're sort of gravitating towards the A side of the map as Get Right's going to take down Happy. It's a very easy kill. Now the rest of LDLC, 1 entrance here, 1 opening frag in this A-bomb site, and that could crack it wide open in their favor.
Curious to see Forrest is hiding basically behind the tire. They can't see him in this position because the tire is hiding his legs. This is a perfect spot for him to be holding. Molotov bounces off the truck just to check the corner, and Forrest is now going to be hanging around. The crossfire is still here. Freiberg working his way out. Forrest just making sure that he stays alive at this point. The fire going to force him out into the open, but that changes nothing. Forrest still takes 1 kill, and they line up for Freiberg at the end. Perfect hold once again. Freiberg holding the IP. They get that 11th round on the board, and LDLC now is shocked. Going into this second half, they had every opportunity and they just could not make it stick. Lining up time and time again for Freiberg. How many times have LDLC done that throughout the half?
What's really impressive is actually, you're right, LDLC did play their way into so many opportunities, and there were a number of times when they got the opening frags, they had the man advantage. On top of that, they made the smart move of rotating back to the B-bomb site, and then Exist kept being there and just getting a couple of kills. I mean, Exist, I think, he's at the bottom of the scoreboard at 7 kills, but at least 4 of those kills was when he was alone in the bomb site, and he took 2 with him before everyone else showed up, and that's such a big difference. Really high impact kills for Exist. Just to highlight that, it's been really important in that bomb site. Now, if LDLC win this pistol round, no one has the right to be shocked if they make a full comeback. That's how this map has played out so many times before. So even though right now it feels like the final map of the grand final is a little bit one-sided, don't be completely fooled either, because they're still on the line here. And, you know, LDLC, they're pretty going over how they can muster a win.
They are. I mean, that's exactly what is being discussed at this point. But right now, it's a mental game for LDLC, and they've tripped in the past. They've had advantages that they have not been able to close out. I mean, granted, NIP are on home soil with the home crowd behind them, and they're landing 6 shots. I mean, that is definitely tough when you just feel like you've thrown everything at a team, and they keep shutting you down. Now you're going to go into your CT side. Now it's about establishing your game on the defense and putting a halt to NIP. But Shoxy not quite performing. Smith definitely struggling. I mean, it's a mental game. Once again, Happy finds himself sitting at the top of the scoreboard for LDLC. The in-game leader, it should be names like Kirshima. It should be Shoxy sitting at the top. So this is when they have to come alive if LDLC are to have a chance of running it back on their CT side and taking their first major title.
It was a good performance on Dust 2 for LDLC. It's a very impressive performance from NIP on Inferno. Now it's the second half of the 3rd map here. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the grand finals. And now it's on for LDLC. They really need to make this work. Otherwise, if they lose the pistol round, they could end up losing a lot faster than they had planned.
Michael Lily holding in Happy's usual spot here back in T-spawn, making sure that no push can come out from LDLC through the B tunnels. He wants to make sure that this part of the map is locked down. The bomb drop all the way back in T-spawn as well, so NIP leaving their options open, but Get Right is currently running it over towards that B side, and Freiberg is working in connector. They've now cleared out this portion of the map, and things are falling into place here for NIP. This does look, especially with the Molotov on Freiberg, like they want to start setting up for a B take, and that position that Exist was holding throughout this entire first half might get flambéed in just a moment.
You could be right. It's a good opening from Kirishima, though, taking down a player who's incredibly important in any pistol round, which is Forrest. He's so good at it. Follow up from Happy. He goes for it again. He wants a second kill. He gets it at 12. Stunning shot from Happy there. Really good job. Triple kill. And it's going to be 11-5.
And there you have it, LDLC, despite Ninjas and Majamas just clearing every part of that map, setting it up so that they could really just come pummeling into that site. Oh, on the defense quick. Again, a player like Happy had to step up and get 3 frags in the pistol to make it happen for his team. It wipes out more than half of the NIP team single-handedly. Now that is going to be the boost in confidence for the rest of his teammates. If he leads the charge and leads by example, will his team follow?
They should. Look at NIP, what they have planned. They are about to carpet bomb this A bomb site. If they can get close enough and look at some of the positions, this is going to be really interesting. Kiyoshima is one of them. He could get grenaded down. Shock's a little bit further back, and Smith is in the back line, so probably Kiyoshima is going to be the target of choice here. They got 5 HE, so I hope we're ready to try and do some grenade follow action here on the NIP side, because this is a clear-cut strat. This is not something that you just happen to do. This is something they've pre-planned. Maybe for the grand finals, maybe not. So let's try and check it out. I'm sort of looking for the first member to be the one to pop one out, because NIP are just currently waiting.
They are playing this very patiently. I mean, there's still 50 seconds left on this clock here for NIP. Initial nades to go out. That's going to shake them up just a little bit here. This is a matter of seconds here for LDLC, but first nade in, and they are just bombarding this site. Nearly all of the nades gone now. They've hardly done anything at all. LDLC have lived through, but now it's going to be Kiyoshima. Just time to spray exists, rushes in and takes out Shoxy, and they still have a man alive at the back of the site. It is Smith who manages to take 2 with him. Man advantage still for LDLC. It's a 3-on-1 situation. Forrest does get the plant, and he will die to Happy. But NIP still have to consider that a win. Getting the plant after all of that is not bad work.
It's definitely not. They managed to kill Shox and Smith. If Kiyoshima had held the forward position by the container, then that would have been a 3rd kill. And at that point, who knows what would have happened. So interesting style coming out from NIP. I'm really enjoying that one. It's a shame it didn't work just because it would have been funny. But we're into the 18th round here, and it's LDLC picking up, obviously, the rifles they lost. NIP, they do invest in another couple of grenades. They can't quite stay away from it, actually. Yeah, 2 HEs as well on Forrest and Get right here.
They still have that buffer to work with, right? Where it's not, LDLC aren't quite that close. They haven't quite tied it up yet. NIP can afford to give up an extra round to make sure that when they go into this first buy round, they're going to have everything at their disposal. And an AWP, the sniper rifle for Michaelele, and full nades for the rest of the team. So NIP now, let's see if they can get another plant out of this scenario. I mean, the double HEs didn't really pan out, but Exist has a Molotov to potentially clear out that position at the back of the site. I mean, they may not want to have to deal with Exist this time, or rather with Smith this time around, despite the fact that at present it's Kiyoshima holding it on the site itself.
Yeah, well, Exist, here comes the Molotov and lands right in front. So now they're going to be charging on through. Can they make it this time? It doesn't look like it. LDLC shutting them down. Shox with a follow-up double kill, and Smith picking up one of his own as well. Pretty confident defense from LDLC, and that's what they need. That's what we need to see from them as well. Now it's only a 4-round difference, and this match has turned from being NIP just feeling great, and I bet you right now they're feeling the pressure.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. This is definitely the big key round here. 19th round buy for NIP, but this is the first time they've got full guns on the board, all the nades as well, and Michaelele has that AWP. Throughout the first half, he constantly delivered with entry frags. Now is his time to step up here for NIP, and once again find that opening kill to give his team the options that they need to take a bomb site. So LDLC now, fairly standard hold from them. Nothing too crazy, actually. They really didn't push out too far onto the map this time around, knowing full well that NIP would have rifles. LDLC are pacing themselves here.
Playing so passively is going to be annoying for Michaelele, because he really wants somebody to come and play just a little bit forward, take a fight with him somewhere, so he can pick one off and set his team back on track here. It's not happening. LDLC are perfectly content to just sit and smoke off this choke point for as long as it takes until NIP run out of time. And when there's no more smokes, there's going to be Molotovs instead to follow it up. If NIP play a patience game and try and wait out LDLC here, they'll end up pushing through with just not enough time, essentially. And that's obviously going to be a big factor here. Oh, that Molotov went through soon. I think that extinguished itself. Alright, Kiyoshima will still open up on Forrest, looking good for... Oh, he's going to fall back. Exist will get the return kill now. Happy coming in to try and help out, but up in the bomb site, the bomb might actually go down. NIP making a better entrance than I had imagined they would be able to. Shock's going to have to be forced back here. Very little time left, but the bomb does go down. Now Shoxy creeping up. Can they do this? MBK with the good return kill coming into it. Get right outside the bomb site. It's a 4-on-3. LDLC, they need to get back in and defuse that bomb. It's NBK now with the kill. Get right, picking up 2. And Happy goes down, MBK on the bomb. It's a team kill. 1 but a 2 kills. They sacrifice Get Right to get the kill on MBK. That's what it takes to win.
Yes, talk about sacrifice. Throw bodies on the fire, Andrews, until he gets extinguished. This is Get Right, though, at his finest, just holding the line, cutting LDLC in half. Michael there with the crossfire as well, and LDLC not able to establish a retake. This is going to be a key round now, however, because LDLC low on money. NIP having just won a round, their loss bonus has been reset. If they lose this round, they're back to ecoing as well. So this is a crucial round going forward here in the second half. Can NIP chain two together and put LDLC on the ropes? Oh, that shot just high there from Michael through the main pipe into B.
Well, the Swedes simply deciding that if they're going to win this match, it's going to have to get medieval. Even if we have to sacrifice a few humans to win this match, that's all in the game. It doesn't mean they win yet, but they do extend their lead up to a 5-round difference. We'll have to find out here if LDLC, because it was looking good. They spent those grenades really, really well. There was that one hiccup where the Molotov got extinguished, and that may have bought time for NIP to take that fight just a little bit quicker than they otherwise would have been able to. And who knows if that was the main difference. I guess we'll never know. But now they're going back again, and Freiburg is actually setting up for a smoke. And probably give you a Molotov. If we can do a little bit of a follow on him, that'd be perfect.
There we go. The smoke's going into this site now. Forrest leading the charge. Shoxy is already gone off the map, and NIP now have this man advantage. 20 seconds on the clock, though. They have to go. They have to get the kills. And there's the first one. It's Smith killing off Kiyoshima. A team kill. That certainly isn't going to help. And Forrest punishes the offender. Happy is now here to try and bring things back under control, but it's a 2-man lead for NIP. And LDLC, they can't afford to take the fight.
Oh. A devastating result for LDLC. Inspired by NIP, they try and sacrifice one of their own members. It just doesn't work as well, and actually it hugely backfires on them. LDLC's economy is wrecked, and NIP are looking a hell of a lot better than they were just a few minutes ago.
BK does get a parting shot there, though. NIP can't really afford to be giving up rifles themselves, and Get Right will take the gun off of Happy. Huge win there for Get Right. A very big win for NIP. Now we see the situation. I mean, they are going to actually force in this scenario. I mean, Happy, this is a pressure call for them. They realize that they can't really afford NIP to let NIP get past this point. The camera, I mean, this is all about now. I mean, this, again, it's another back-to-back crucial round here. LDLC, they've put everything into this.
Losing this round would put NIP on tournament point, essentially. LDLC would have to try and fight for some sort of ridiculous overtime, or they would make an insane force-up that could very likely cost them the tournament anyway. They're in an impossible situation right here. But it's not over yet. It's an AK, it's the 2 M4s, FAMAS, and a CZ75. LDLC cannot give up now.
No, they certainly cannot. This time around, I mean, LDLC, I mean, NIP have got to be so incredibly frustrated right now with how LDLC are playing these rounds as well, but they just seem to be making it work in the end when they go crashing onto the site. However unlikely that it has gone their way, but LDLC is still refusing to give NIP an opportunity to find an entry, not pushing out on the site, not allowing NIP to get a flank in or catching them off guard. LDLC are content to sit back and give NIP the setup time because they're that confident in their ability to hold. This round, however, the 21st, it's going to be everything for LDLC. Because if NIP take this round, they're on 14, and LDLC have to force again to keep them off of match point. And at that point, it can spin completely out of control for the Swedes.
Oh, look at the time. This is insane. This is some Navi level play. It's 20 seconds, and NIP are only now deciding to go to the A-bomb side. They're pushing on in. Forrest even running with the knife out. Kiyoshima and Smith picking up the rounds. This is big for LDLC. They get another kill in here. It's 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Smith just has to hide in here. Michael goes down, and that's the round. Great defense from LDLC. Stepping it up just when it matters. Kiyoshima with a double. It's Smith with the double. NIP waited too long this time, and it's a very solid defense coming out from the Frenchmen. They definitely still have it. They just need to remind themselves of that fact. They're on the stronger side. They're the second best team in the world. They definitely should be able to hold on to this.
Exactly right. I mean, this is the strength, and this is when they really struggle. NIP, if they don't get those entries rather to work off of, the clock runs out, and then they force the situation. And unfortunately for NIP in that position, they could have potentially made it work, except that Get Right was on the other side of the map. He wasn't anywhere near where Michael was with the bomb to lend a hand to his teammate to get that control of that site. So this time around, Kyoshima is just going to assassinate Freiburg in the connector, and LDLC will be the team with the man advantage fairly early in this round.
I think that position that Get Right had the last round is... Oh, this is such a cool boost, by the way, so we'll just check this out for a moment. He's not going to catch anyone, I think, with it, but there's definitely an option to do this. And you can actually, interestingly, you can do this boost on the other side, from the counter-terrorist side, to catch terrorists who are running into this connector. So it worked both ways. It was Virtus Pro who showed us that the first time that we saw it. I think Get Right's position in that last round would have worked out if NIP had got in and got the bomb down. I think that was they were doing a long play, and, you know, somewhere in the plan, they just skipped a step, and that was actually clearing out the bomb site, and then it didn't work so well. LDLC once again relying heavily on smoking off the choke point here, but NIPF somehow made it through the last couple of rounds, and Get Right, oh what? Picks up a second kill as well on Shocks. It's right through the smoke. He charges in Forrest here with the bomb and puts it down. This is a disaster, but finally Smith gets to put an end to it. Get Right goes down. It's a 3-on-3. MBK coming with a kill on Forrest, and his assist is going to fall as well. They're picking them apart. No bomb plant either. Michael goes down. Great job, LDLC. That was a scary moment as Get Right looked like he was single-handedly going to win the round, but they managed to control themselves.
Exactly, and once that pick, I mean, it exists, it takes the damage willingly, just jumping onto that site to get that FAMAS that had been dropped on the ground. So they were looking for some kind of edge to build off of what Get Right had given them there and NIP, but they kept getting caught out one at a time, and LDLC keeping their cool, landing the shots. That's how brutal it can be. LDLC now, however, they are deciding to change up the play. They've got Smith with a Scar 20 now and an AWP on Happy. Things are about to get real fun here.
It's actually a very smart choice for Smith to work with, because NIP have clearly been favoring that choke point. Now, what works well with chokes and smokes, it's obviously the auto sniper. It's the perfect weapon. Mostly illustrated on Mirage. That shot did not connect. There was a sound that went through the audience there.
Went weak in the knees. I mean, that was a crucial opportunity there for Michael. Needed to land that shot, because with that Scar 20 now to lock off that angle, LDLC, this is a very tough bomb site to crack, because even if the smokes go down, flashes, he can be blind. He just needs to hold down mouse 1, and the bullets going through that straight line across the site, it's so dangerous for NIP. One tag, they're down to 30 HP, and from there on up, it can be a cleanup for LDLC. So,
oh, look at this battle. Get Right's gonna walk right in, and just the timing on Shocks is unbelievable. But the double return, Michael and Forrest. LDLC, it's still so close. Down to the B bomb site here. It's MBK holding strong, and the bomb is making its way down as well. They've got 20 seconds. They're going back to A with 20 seconds. It's because Forrest is up here checking it. The bomb is going to make it. There is time for this play on NIP's side, and Forrest is just the point guard here, trying to see if he can do it, but Smith with the auto sniper, 6 seconds. The bomb is going to go down, but it's a 3-on-3 retake. Exist has the knife or the grenade out. He's going to take him down there. Smith with the auto sniper for the follow-up. And now it's going to be a 2-on-2. Michael holding the cross here, and there's the kill. Double for Michael. 13-9 now, 14-9 as NIP pick up that round incredibly off the back of Forrest's way of holding that bomb site. Impressive.
Absolutely, that is, and that time around, right, talking about crucial shots to hit, Michael, he delivers at the end, manages to keep them off of that bomb, and this is now crucial here. LDLC, look at the state of their money. They have nothing going into this to keep NIP off match point.
I don't even understand how Exist survived. I was so surprised I couldn't even really speak properly, because that was just insane. He put down the bomb, and they came around the corner just then. That should have been death right there, and it would have changed the outcome a fair bit. 14-9. Double Molotov on NIP. Could be used on either bomb site that we've seen, but NIP have had a lot of success doing it at the A bomb site. And LDLC's economy will not support a second buy. Winning here for NIP almost equals winning the second major in their careers.
Second major, back-to-back major streak as well for the team that has been in every major final for CSGO. We're witnessing history here. At the boost, very clever boost coming up here. Michael can see all the way into the middle of the A site, a very common spot to be held as well. We're looking right at that container, but no target presents itself, and LDLC just holding so far back. They want to give nothing to NIP. Once again, they want to run down the clock down to 20 seconds until NIP have to be forced into pushing onto the site and can walk into this CZ crossfire that they have set up here. Here come the smokes from NIP. The flashes are soon to follow, and this is all going to come down to the shots now for LDLC.
Kiyoshima with a good start. Smith's with the follow-up as well, but Exis gets one in return. It's not quite done yet. They need more LDLC. The bomb is going to go down here, and Michael is furiously shooting through the smoke, not really connecting with anyone just yet. They're clearing out all the outside of the bomb site here, but Get Right takes down Smith. It's a 3-on-3. Happy with a great shot on Get Right. Takes him down through a box with a headshot now. Next in line, Michael falls 6 going down. MPK with the retake at the end here, and they are getting the defuse. There's enough time. Beautiful from LDLC, absolutely critical.
Happy is actually absolutely critical, actually. Managing to lead the charge, get a crucial kill, managing to remove Get Right so that the crossfire is weakened, that Nip are trying to hold to keep them off of that site. Get Right rather is gone from there, and then it's just remaining down to the remaining members for NIP, and that's just cleanup for LDLC. The power of that crossfire at the start, though, NIP got beaten up massively before they could actually get anything done. This is just LDLC now on the brink, and they've got 2 AWPs to play with as well. Now NIP are the ones on the round of eco, and LDLC, they've just bought themselves a second chance at their first major title.
It's still within grasping distance right here for the Frenchman. Nothing has been decided. Not yet. And NIP, again with the Molotov here. Exist is going to be the one charging it in. Smoke in the back to block off Smiths. And Kiyoshima opening up. Great double kill from us in hand. It's a triple. He goes for more. Kiyoshima with 4 kills to clean up the incoming CZ push. Perfect round from LDLC. They don't drop a single one. And that is the kind of confidence, and that's the kind of precision that LDLC need right now.
They still look dead focused at this point. Happy looks very unhappy, but this is still a round that Kiyoshima, that's the kind of round you need to build some confidence and to give yourself some fighting spirit going into the rest of this half. We're into the 26th round now, and NIP have bought up with AKs. They have the nades as well, and let's see exactly where they decide to take this, because the bomb is actually making its way towards B right now. This is Exist hanging back in T-spawn. He's setting up to make sure that Get Right can get into position to look down into the tunnels towards sewers. And NIP once again spreading out across this map. This time around, however, LDLC ventured out onto the map, only they didn't really find anything. NIP weren't quite quick enough to give them a target.
Forrest making a little bit of noise, trying to pretend he's multiple people, switching the angle every time he shoots, and he's throwing smokes and grenades and just trying to be as large as he can be. But down at B is where it's all happening. Happy with a really good pickoff. Goes for a little bit more, but Freiburg will pick him up. That's now a double for the Swedish entry fragger, and it works beautifully. LDLC, they did not count on this. It's been A almost every single round in this second half. And now NIP, they flip the switch, they change the pace, and they end up at the B bomb side, and Freiburg is here. Not going to get the triple shots, will take him down. Kiyoshima with the kill as well. Looking good for the retake right here as Michael goes down. It's all on Forrest, and he picks up one. Bomb still ticking away. He avoids the flash. He comes back for a little bit more, but he goes down. Kiyoshima on the back of a quad kill. He picks up the triple and the defuse. 14-12. He's now top fragging in this whole game with 23. He's a young player, a young talent. This is incredible.
This is a true star being born right here. And this is what we were talking about going into the remainder of this half. When we swapped over from the first half to the second half, we needed to see players like Kiyoshima wake up, like NBK, like Smith, and they're doing just that now. Everybody into the double digits, Shoxy lagging a little bit behind, but that doesn't matter when Kiyoshima is stepping up and NBK and Happy as well. So let's see exactly now. NIP, once again, they're going to be forced into just the cruelest of freshest situations here. Another eco out from them, and this is just going to be the full rush out onto the B site. Everything is going towards the bomb plant here. They need to get the bomb plant to get the money.
That's all they care about. Michael picks up the one. NBK in some trouble here, and Kiyoshima might have to come in and work some of that magic again. The bomb looks like it will be going down. Oh, it's denied by NBK. The timing is perfect, and it's going to be Michael going down. Such a nice hold at the end. No bomb plant, and it makes a world of difference right now for LDLC. They want NIP to have as few rifle rounds as possible, and denying that plant That's the difference maker.
Exactly. $800 for every player on NIP if they lose the round after a bomb has been planted. So that's a set of nades right there that NIP could have to work with. That could be, you know, basically nades from Michael Lilly right now when he has the AWP.
And listen to the crowd, Semler. They know. They heard that interview with Get Right. Said we're going to have to rely on the crowd to bring us back to a victory here. They knew how strong LDLC were too. So that sixth member in the crowd, maybe that's going to be the difference maker. Because right now, it's on the edge of a blade right here. It's so close. There's no way to call it now.
It really truly can't go either way here. Bit of a peek there. We get, oh, good preview there actually as well. Managing to clip him a little bit, but a great nade onto Exist. Drops him down to around half HP, but this is going to set it up here. Now NIP with a minute left on the clock, gathering speed, going towards this B side again. Right, leading the charge, opens it up and gets the headshot on Happy. NBK now alive in the pit, but he's been smoked off, and he can't quite find the angle to stop this plant from going down. It's all about NBK now finding the headshot, but Exist finds it first, and now the two-man advantage here for NIP. Bomb has been planted. Get Right, raining in destruction. Double off kill for him, and it's down to Smith now. Last man alive for LDLC, but NIP are about to be on match point. 1v5, no hope for him. Even if he were to get Right, it's too late. NIP are here. They're going to lock him down. They're wall banging him down. They know exactly where he is.
Oh, wow. Tournament point for NIP. They could really win this grand finals. It's Forest to clean up. Nothing is safe for LDLC, but they do have the economy to buy. They can make the full buy. I'm surprised they didn't go for more. I thought they would have gone for orbs and auto snipers here, because now it doesn't really matter how much they save or anything like that. Now they just need to spend all their money all the time. LDLC only need 2 rounds. It's very doable. We could well see overtime in this match here.
Certainly, that's definitely a possibility here, but LDLC seems like they want to be quick on their feet, fast to react. But the crowd is definitely waking up here now that the crowd favorite is on tournament point, title point here. NIP need 1 round, and they will collect their second major title. Forrest going for a bit of a peek, playing aggressively, finds the headshot. There's the entry, but Smith is in position to get the refrag. So LDLC not losing control quite yet.
Oh, Happy's got to be careful. He's playing with fire right now. Listen, AWP scoped up down there. If he walks out into it, it's all the opening NIP need. Now, they are making a lot of noise down here, but you can also tell on the minimap, they're sort of rotating back, so I'm thinking this is going to be an A push eventually. Exist, pretending still, but you see Freiburg with the bomb going back, and LDLC, they're still in position for this.
There's still time here, 35 seconds left, and now the smokes and the nades are going to go in. Molotov to clear out the back of the site. That's going to force them into the open, but Get Right can't quite find the angle to take advantage of that. Of course, he is the lurker extraordinaire, and that is exactly what he's going to do here, because the bomb is rotating back with 20 seconds left. They're going to go for the B site, but Happy has already cut them off. Exist is gone. It comes down to Michael Lilly, and there's the shot. Now Freiburg is off the table, but Get Right, lurker finds Smith, and this is all over the place, but LDLC will hold fast, and we are going to a 30th round here, Anders, on the third match.
What a finals it is. It could not get any better than this, maybe except for some overtime. And now the crowd doesn't want it. They say no overtime. Straight victory is what they're looking for, but they might not get it. NIP, they've got 3 Molotovs, 1 CZ-75 on Mike Hillary, so there's not going to be any opening action from his point of view. What do you think, Semler? Is it time for a firebomb on that A-bomb site? Can they do it once more? It's worked at least a couple of times so far.
They need to be working together here, NIP. I mean, admire the ballsy play coming out from Forrest, you know, taking these fights, trying to create opportunities, but if they aren't working in tandem, it's not going to pan out. Now, NIP, they need to go in as a unit. When they have, it has worked marvelously well for them. So, can they actually execute here? LDLC still have plenty of stuff, but so do NIP. And with a minute left on this clock, the first nade is going to go raining into this A site, and this is it. NIP are setting up. There is no fake this time. It is going to be on A.
Forrest charging through the smoke. Kiyoshima takes one down. It may well be overtime. Smiths is going to hit the follow-up. Mike Killeley then shocks you with the kill. It's a 3-2-on-4 now, and overtime is in effect. LDLC, they get home. What a way to finish it here for the Frenchman. Absolutely strong performance. No doubt at all in their minds that they were going to be able to do that.
An identical performance, in fact, from both teams. 11-4 in the first half, 11-4 in the second half. Nearly identical performance from both teams on this final map. This truly is a thing of beauty that we have here on our hands. This grand finals, these teams so evenly matched.
360,000 on our channel.
That's huge.
Unbelievable.
Just huge. I mean, just huge. And a huge shout out to everybody tuning in now as well to witness history in the making here to close out the year with us here and NIP and LDLC battling it out.
This is as good as it gets. I believe the word was 306,000 on the Twitch channel. So if any of you out there have friends that aren't already watching, aren't already into the game, I've had a lot of tweets this weekend from people saying, well, I normally play League of Legends, I normally play Dota 2 or StarCraft, and I just happened to drop by in and watch some Counter-Strike, and now I'm hooked. Well, welcome to the community, all of you, because this is exactly why we tend to spend weekend after weekend watching this game. It's just too much fun. The overtime here, LDLC probably going to have a bit of an advantage. This is a mental reset. They're on the more favorite side. They'll have the money to buy the equipment. I actually think LDLC have a good chance to close out. And reminder again, it's the MR3 overtime, which means you play 3 rounds on the first half, then you switch halves and you play another 3 rounds. So we're looking for the first team to get 4 rounds in total in the overtime. That's the first team to get 19 in total. That's the score you have to watch for, and they get 10,000 starting money. So that means when you're on the CT side, if you lose the first 2 rounds, you can't buy for the third one. That's all you need to know about overtime in this format.
So we're about to get into it here. We're ticking down towards this first round of overtime. LDLC will remain on the CT side. NIP continue on the offense. NIP barreling towards this B site right now. I'm curious to see what they have in store for us here. Are they trying to catch LDLC off guard with some aggressive play? It does look like they want to force their way into sewers, get control of this portion of the map.
Yeah, but NBK spots it. That one jump over, we just saw the top of his face. NIP speeding up behind this, uncharacteristically fast here. Freiburg get a return kill, but it's NBK and Happy shutting it down quickly, and backup is being called for. They know this is a real push. Shocks will take down Freiburg. Get right. Trying to find the angle through. It's not looking good right now. It's a 1-on-4 here, and NIP, their first attempt, not really connecting well enough. Get right, we'll get a first impressive shot here. And if NIP, or sorry, if LDLC don't play this well, they could end up throwing a couple of kills away, and that's not cool either.
No, that's certainly not cool. They need to survive this round with as many rifles alive as possible, but both Shoxy and NBK are so very low. They're using all their gear right now to just buy more time, to put more pressure on Get Right. The key player here is Smith, though. He has full HP, and he has the long shot. Decides to peek out, verify where Get Right is still. And there's the Molotov to buy even more time, funneling Get Right up onto this site, into the waiting arms of the remaining LDLC members. Get Right just so patient in this situation. He finally has the bomb, but can he find a kill? He needs to find at least one, but it's going to be Shoxy getting the drop on him. And there we have it. LDLC will pick up this crucial CT round in the first round of overtime.
It's very good stuff, and I can tell there's at least a segment of the audience who are excited about LDLC playing well. They do also cheer for them, so it's not all for NIP right now, but that initial start's very good. And they saved the 3 rifles, which is also important. LDLC just securing the fact that they can buy for the full extent of the overtime.
So now that the brute force tactic has not proven effective, where do NIP take this battle? What haven't they tried throughout the first half?
Well, I would say what has worked throughout the first half, and that's the A push. LDLC has shown that they did manage to shut it down in the end, but maybe they are going to go back to what works. They're certainly making their way over here. They have the Molotovs to back it up as well. Freiburg and also Exist. So I think we need to see if we can catch some of those grenades.
Flash is going through. This is just a step off.
They could actually grenade Kiyoshima. They have the HEs for it. It's hard for them to know. They tried it in the eco round.
That was a nice little peekaboo nade on Michael Ehle, but Michael is going to be perfectly fine here. 50 seconds left now, and a new smoke goes down to block off this choke point. There's one entrance onto this A side that is accessible to the T side, and right now LDLC are locking it down firmly.
This is all a patience game right here. NIP, they show a couple of grenades, then they wait, and they hope that LDLC think it's a fake, and that now everyone's rotating back to B, but in fact, they're not. Now Exist comes in with the follow-up Molotov any second, and that's going to be the cue to go. Now they're headed out, and actually LDLC have bought it. They're walking out of the bomb site. NIP sold this fake. Get Right takes down Smith. How did LDLC give this up? Get Right with a kill. Exist to take down Hiroshima. It's Happy and NBK. NIP. The ultimate salesman here. They just bought it hook, line, and sinker. And Happy's going to be the last man left here. 1 on 5. That has got to be a mental breakdown from LDLC. That's the weight of the grand finals on them right here. Otherwise, they would not have made that mistake.
Now rotating over, I mean, this is a team that plays it to perfection. These sorts of rounds, that's their bread and butter. And for LDLC to crack now in the grand finals, they have to keep communicating. They have to keep the communication up here, LDLC. But because they won that first round, they will have enough money to buy fully here in the third. So it's not the end of the world here for LDLC. They can still finish this half up 1 round. They desperately need it. Seeing as how each team in regular time with 15 rounds could only take 4 T-side rounds. If NIP were allowed to take 2 of them here out of 3, it would be a humongous lead going into the second half of this overtime.
But even taking 1 out of 3, if you did that during regular time, it'd be the same as taking 5 rounds. So already NIP have done a very good job just getting the 1 in here. And the fashion in which they did it also has to be incredibly frustrating for LDLC. They could have probably held that bomb site if they hadn't bought that slight delay in time that NIP put in. They threw the first wave of grenades, then waited just long enough that LDLC decided, wait, they can't be coming, and then a second wave rained in, and that was it. 50 seconds left, and it's back to the A bomb site here for the Swedish Ninjas.
The bomb is still floating around here. There is still Get Right doing his job, lurking on the other side of the map, and Freiburg is here to lend a hand. They're trying to sow confusion in the ranks once again here. LDLC this time around seem to be holding fast, however. Two solid defenders here on the A side. They're going to spot the bomb making its way in. Exist is gone to Smith with some very clean rifle work, annihilating the push. Forrest will roast him alive, however, as punishment, but Michael is going to step in. Point blank, he said. Point blank off, rather.
Oh, he's going to get the bomb down, but he's probably going to be alone. Freiburg will go down here. Now he's trapped in the back line with an AWP with a real chance to finish this. There's shot as he jumps! NBK picked out of the sky, and now it's down to Michael Lille here. Double kill, flashbang in. He's got the C-set. He charges in, and it's not enough. A great save from Happy there. That is so scary. Lightning fast reflexes coming out for Michael Lille, but Happy's able to save his team. And they win 2 out of 3 rounds on the CT side, and that's absolutely crucial.
That is exactly. Now, NIP are perfectly capable of taking 3 rounds in a row. For that collapse to happen here, especially after such fine work coming in from Smith. Smith, of course, completely unaware that he was standing at a Molotov that entire time. Michael Lille at 26. You just get brought in to play in probably the most legendary team in Global Offensive. You have a lot of weight on your shoulders. You're playing in the grand finals and you come up with this performance. That's pretty convincing, if nothing else. All right. Now the second half of overtime is live. Dreamhack, make some noise! And this is interesting. NIP, they're going for the aggression that worked so well for them in their CT half. Straight up, Forrest gets caught, however. NBK reacts in time, pulls the trigger, and takes his face off. And Michael Lille not going to connect with that shot, despite the fact that he was blind. It is not going to go his way. And this is going to be now NIP battling back from a man disadvantage. I mean, Inferno, this is Inferno all over again. Oh.
This is such a strong start. That kind of running shot that's uncomfortable if you're Forrest. Forrest has been one of the key difference makers here on the overpass map. And Happy just checking, as you see on the map there, he's checking, making sure no one from NIP is pushed up behind them. LDLC have been paranoid ever since the second round of this map that someone's going to be lurking behind them. They really don't ever want to lose a round to that again. It looks like they're going to end up at the A bomb site. NIP have convincingly demonstrated that the A bomb site is definitely a point in which you can make a breakthrough now. LDLC want to try it as well, and they have the Molotovs, almost identical strat coming in here from LDLC. They're copying point for point what NIP are doing, and look at that, they're running in clean. This is beautiful from the French team. This could definitely work out right now. NIP, can they get back in somehow? The bomb is going to go down. It's a 4-on-5 retake, and they're wall banging through on Mike Kilele. He's taking a lot of damage for it, and is going to have to fall back in place here. This is great work from LDLC.
And attention is right. There's the shot, and Mike Kilele only gets the leg on Smith this time around. Get Right, however, will come in and manage to pick up a kill on Kirishima. It's going to be Get Right just clearing this site, but this is going to be it. The crucial kills. Mike Kilele steps in and brings it down, but he's only got 4 HP, and he's 1v2 with no time on the bomb. Lands the first shot on Happy, but NBK, all he has to do is sit around the angle, and he does just that. Perfect play at the end by NBK to clutch it for his team. And LDLC are now 1 round away from securing the title.
It feels almost ridiculous to see LDLC do the exact same strat as NIP, and NIP make the exact same mistake that LDLC made. They left the bomb site. They went out, and as soon as you do that, you get smoked out, you get flashed out, and getting back in is not as easy as it seems. This is... it's almost deja vu just watching that. Now, 3 Molotovs back on LDLC. I think we all about now, well, right about now, we know what that means here. So Forrest is down in the connector, and if he can pick up the first kill here, that will be big. He's waiting on Happy and Forrest. He does not come up, but then Get Right with a quick return. That's better than nothing, but still in favor of LDLC right now. Though Get Right will check this part of the map, and that's going to be a lot of information. Right now, NIP know exactly what's up, and if you look at Exist, he's running back with his knife out. They know this A push is coming. Good communication from NIP.
Oh, fantastic information here gained by Get Right. This is a genius play. Going for the gamble, and it pays off huge. Now NIP, they can set up the defense here on this A side, and LDLC could potentially get shredded trying to run in here. 3 solid players on the defense here for A. This is nearly uncrackable. It's going to take some huge mistakes from NIP for them to lose from this situation.
This time they're not leaving. They're staying put, NIP. They need the entry cracks. They're going to get one, and they keep trading it. It's a 2-1-2. Kirishima comes out on top. This is now a 1-on-2. Unless Get Right can clutch this situation, it'll be LDLC winning their first major championship title in an incredible fashion in overtime on the last map against NIP. This is all on Get Right. Might be the perfect man to have left here. Trying to walk in. Pacing himself. He's going to spot MBK first. He goes down. And LDLC, they pick it up. Look at that. They can hardly believe